Hello everyone. So I've got a bit of a car journey, so I thought I'd have a bit of a rant. I want to talk about the stuff that I'm seeing on YouTube. First and foremost, the shadow boxer. Now, how he thinks he's gained the right to start calling out people like Danny Christie, Mike Perry, and any Englishman he said, he's coming for us all. How he thinks he's got the right by beating a man called Andy Goy to call out Mike Perry and Danny Christie and any Englishman. He's fucking deluded. The man is backward. He's absolutely deluded. You know, I finished with Shadow Boxer, and I didn't want to go back and forth with him because I tried to arrange a fight with him. I tried to speak to him in private, and he just shared the conversation. He shared it for his YouTube channel for clicks and likes. That tells me everything I need to know about that man. You know, he's not a man. He's not an honourable man. He just, everything he does is for clicks and likes. He so badly wants to be famous. And it's not going to work for him because of his background and because of the way he carries himself, you know. Yeah. And as for that fight against Andy Goy, I don't know how he thinks he's achieved anything by beating that man. Now, respect where respect's due. Andy Goy's turned up, Shadow Boxer's turned up, Shadow Boxer's beat him, Andy Goy's rolled over on the floor and done his special move, which is called the head jog, because that's what Andy Goy does. He comes to lose. He doesn't come to win a fight. He comes to roll over. He comes to end up on all fours and does the head jog, curls up in a ball. That's Andy Goy's special move. Now, you can't think that you've established yourself as a fighter by beating a man like that. You're deluded. You're backward. It's stupid. Absolutely stupid. Now, if Shadow Boxer really fancies himself and wants to turn up in the Middlesbrough in the new year, then I'll happily oblige him. He can bring his cameramen. He can bring his phones. I will meet him any day of the week. If he wants to come and meet me for a fight, all I need is 2 hours notice. I just need 2 hours notice, and I will go happily meet Shadow Boxer and beat him to a pulp. Beat him to a pulp. Let's move on. I don't agree with everything that's getting said about Karate Marty. You know, Marty's getting a lot of stick over the last few weeks, which I've noticed. Which I think is a bit out of order, because I speak to Marty in private. I like Marty, and I respect him and he respects me. You know, we've had lengthy conversations, and I like him. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. Now, that being said, some of the stories on YouTube, now who am I to say that he's lying? I'm not saying that Marty's lying, but they do seem far-fetched. They do seem that there's a possibility these aren't true. But that doesn't matter, because he's a content creator. He's making content for us. We're all watching. You know, and I understand if you're a content creator, people aren't going to agree with what you say. You know, and this dark side of YouTube, you've got people who will always make channels and build channels off the back of other people's content. Now, that's what this dark side of YouTube is. You know, in order to stay relevant, people make content off the back of my content, or back of Danny's content, or the back of Marty's content. That's how this side of YouTube works. You know, you've got a lot of people who are quite irrelevant and haven't got nothing to say, or no story to tell, or nothing to talk about. So what they do is they'll target the people like myself and Danny Christie and Karate Marty and Danny G and, you know, some other decent content creators who get targeted by these other content creators because they've got nothing to talk about or say when it comes to themselves. That being said, I've got no issues with any of these channels. You know, that's what they do. That's their God-given right, and that's what they do. You know, exposing fighters, Bellenders, Ebenezer, Greensplat. You know, that's what they do. That's their channel. That's what it's all about, and that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Because remember, there's no such thing as there's no such thing as bad publicity. So if these channels are talking about you and bringing more eyes to your channel, then so be it. It is what it is, and then you're always going to get that. One of them things, isn't it? What was the last thing I wanted to touch on? The Danny Christie and the Paddy Conroy stuff. The Danny Christie and the Paddy Conroy stuff is, it's got the potential to get out of line. It's got the potential to get a little bit to potentially go a bit too far. Now, I see it for what it is. Danny's got a way of words. For me, I can't see anyone winning a verbal back and forth with Danny Christie. He's very witty. He's got a way of words, carries himself well, and he's quite funny with it as well. Now, that's going to piss anyone off. the fact that you can't pin him down when it comes to a war of words. You know, whatever you say, he comes back tenfold. It's fucking hard. And I've just watched one of his videos where he's kind of hitting the nail on the head. No one will beat him in a verbal warfare. And I do agree with him, to be fair. I think he's fucking good, especially this side of YouTube. I think he's fast, he's witty, he's clean with his words. He knows all these big fancy words as well. It's like he's read a dictionary before he makes a video. It's fucking weird. He's not that clever, to be fair. He's quite a thick bastard. I've met him face to face. But going back to that, I think it does have the potential to get a bit out of hand. But I think if Danny and Shadowbox, if Paddy Conroy and Shadowboxer have got half a brain, which I know they have, you know, and they're not going to go looking for Danny. It won't end well for him. It will not end well for him. I do believe that. Yeah, like I said, I tune into Paddy Conroy's content as well, because I do some of the stuff that he talks about, which is quite interesting. You know, all the old school stuff and all the he said, she said stuff all back in the day. You know, it's quite interesting. Now, I'm not a big fan of Paddy Conroy. I'm not a big fan of him. I'd be lying if I said I was, but I'm not a fan of Paddy Conroy. I don't like the way he operates and carries himself, but that doesn't stop me from watching his content, you know, and that doesn't stop me from being interested in some of the stuff that he talks about. Same as Brian Cockrell. I don't watch Brian Cockrell's stuff. You know, sometimes I do when like I'll flick and I'll see if he's talking about about the olden days and back in the day and that, then I'll tune in and I like to watch his stuff. But I'm not a fan of Brian Cockrell. You know, the way the targets certain individuals and constantly badger him and batter him, you know, and play the victim it's not good. I don't like to watch it. It's not good at all. You know what's crazy about this side of YouTube? Imagine if we all worked together. Imagine if you had Paddy Conroy, Danny Christie, myself, Karate Marty, Danny G, JDP, Karma Corner, Ebenezer, Bell Enders. Imagine we all just got together and just started creating content together and working together. Our channels wouldn't just be in this dark side. They'd be out reaching other areas and other algorithms and other countries and bring other viewers and other eyes. But they don't. You see, YouTubers on this side of YouTube are just happy with 10, 12k. They're happy with making a small wage off YouTube. You know, I'm not. I'm certainly not. That's why I try my best to keep it clean. I try my best to spread awareness of autism, mental health, addiction, and the BKFC and the K1 stuff. You know, I'm trying to keep it clean and bring in all different types of eyes from all different walks of life. You know, I want to be like James English and Sean Atwood and, you know, all these other big YouTubers who've got big numbers and do big money. You know, that's my target. I'd love to get to there. Even at 100k, if I got 100k followers and we're still doing similar numbers to what I was doing, that's a job. That's a lifetime job. You know, you are officially full-time content creator. Now, where we're at now, it's just something on the side. It's a bit of a hobby. You know, yeah, we're all making money, but it's not much, is it? You know, so yeah. I think if we all just start promoting a bit of peace, a bit of positivity, you know, a bit of friendship, a bit of brotherhood, I think you'd all be surprised how how nice some of these YouTubers are, really, you know, in person. This is what I'm saying. People tend to judge people off YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and think they know them because they talk about certain situations and certain life. Like, I've had people messaging me, telling me how much they hate me and dislike me, and they don't even know me. They only know me off YouTube. They've never met me. They've never seen me in person, but they follow me on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and whatever, and decide that they don't like me, they disagree with me, and I'm a horrible person. How? Like, it's just crazy. It's social fucking media. Like, how you can make assumptions and make judgment of a person just by watching him for 5 or 10 minutes every single day. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. That being said, yeah, game over. God bless, take care, Merry Christmas, and all the best.